Emmerdale's Amy Walsh gets candid, Tracy's guilt, Layla's death, and the secrets that refuse to stay buried. It's been a whirlwind in Emmerdale lately, the kind that leaves you reeling even after the credits roll. And right at the center of the storm, Tracy Robinson, played with raw honesty and quiet intensity by the incredible Amy Walsh. If you've been watching closely, and let's be real, how could you not be glued to the screen? You'll know that Tracy's recent choices have taken her down a dark and dangerous path. She's been caught red-handed, literally, with her hand in the till, quietly siphoning off money from the shop. It's not just a petty theft storyline, it's a deep dive into desperation, secrets, and survival. And things might have taken a very different turn if only Layla Harding had lived. The secret she took to the grave. Before her tragic exit, Layla discovered Tracy's secret. Yes, she knew Tracy was stealing, but in a cruel twist of fate, Layla's death meant that secret died with her, at least temporarily, because in Soapland, secrets have a habit of clawing their way back to the surface, and Eric Pollard is about to uncover the truth. Amy Walsh, who has brought so much heart to the role of Tracy, recently opened up about how this storyline is shaping her character, and how Layla's untimely death changed everything. "I think Layla living would have been Tracy's saving grace," Amy shared, her voice carrying the kind of weight that only comes with playing a woman on the edge. She wouldn't have been able to continue with it, and it wouldn't have gotten so out of hand. You can almost hear the what-ifs echoing through the dales. What if Layla had confronted her? What if Tracy had been forced to stop before things spiraled? What if someone had saved her before she drowned? A slippery slope with no safety net. Amy doesn't shy away from the truth. Tracy's path was never sustainable. It was already bad when Layla found out, she admitted. Layla had that loyalty to Pollard. She had the power to either expose Tracy or give her the push to stop. But unfortunately, that moment never came. And without that intervention, Tracy just kept going. That phrase, kept going, sounds so simple. But for Tracy, it meant slipping further into guilt, isolation, and fear. With every pound she pocketed, she was pushing herself further away from the people who trust her. It's a very human story, not just about theft, but about being trapped. About making one bad decision, then another, and before you know it, you're in too deep to claw your way out. Layla's death and Tracy's guilt. You might think that with Layla out of the picture, Tracy would feel relieved, maybe even safe, but the reality, as Amy reveals, is far from it. She didn't feel relief when Layla died, Amy explained. There was a lot of guilt, shame, especially during the funeral. Tracy knew that Layla had gone to the grave with this awful secret, and that weighed heavy. It's one of those moments that hits you hard even as a viewer. We're not just seeing a woman cover up a crime, we're watching someone crumble under the emotional toll. Tracy isn't cold-hearted, she's not a villain, she's someone who made a mistake and can't see a way out. And now every step she takes is haunted by what could have been. Amy continued, "I think Tracy and Layla's relationship was good, underneath it all. Tracy would have always wanted her to stay alive. She never wished her gone. There's something so gut-wrenching about that, because it's not just about the lie, it's about losing someone who could have helped her find her way back. The inevitable reckoning. Let's be honest, secrets like this never stay hidden in soap operas. And Tracy, despite her best efforts, had to know the truth was going to come out eventually." "I don't see how Tracy thought it would never come out," Amy said with a knowing laugh. "So few people even work in the shop. She hasn't thought long-term, but somewhere deep down, she must have known this would blow up in her face. That's the real tragedy, isn't it? The way we convince ourselves we can keep things under wraps, even when all the signs are pointing to disaster. And fans won't have to wait long to see that fallout unfold. Eric Pollard is about to connect the dots, and once he does, everything changes." Nate's role in the drama. And as if that weren't enough for Tracy to deal with, there's another twist coming her way, one that hits just as hard. In upcoming scenes, Tracy is set to learn what really happened to her husband, Nate. Yes, that Nate. The man she's tried so hard to hold on to while everything around her was crumbling. We don't know all the details yet, but one thing is clear. Tracy's world is about to get a whole lot messier. It begs the question, can she handle it, or is she finally going to break? The heart behind the headlines. It's easy to focus on the scandal, the theft, the lies, the cover-up. But what makes this storyline resonate so deeply is the emotional truth behind it. Tracy's not a bad person. She's a woman trying to survive. A mother. A partner. Someone who's made mistakes and desperately wants to fix them, but doesn't know how. Amy Walsh brings so much heart to this role. You feel for Tracy, even when you want to shake her and tell her to stop. You root for her, even when she's spiraling. And that's what makes this storyline so powerful. Because it's not just about drama, it's about redemption. And maybe, just maybe, there's still time for Tracy to turn things around. What's next for Tracy? With the walls closing in, Tracy is running out of options. Eric Pollard's discovery will change everything. And with the truth about Nate looming large, it's clear the storyline is far from over. Will Tracy come clean before it's too late? Will she find a way to make things right? Or is she destined to lose everything she's been clinging to? One thing's for sure, Emmerdale fans will be watching closely, hearts in their throats, hoping for a redemption arc that feels earned. Final thoughts. Tracy Robinson's journey is messy, emotional, and incredibly human. It's not just about the money she stole, it's about the why, the fear, the shame, the secrets that weigh heavy, and Amy Walsh delivers a performance that makes you feel every single moment of that inner battle. As the truth comes to light and the consequences come knocking, we'll be right there with her, hoping, hurting, and maybe, just maybe, healing. Because that's what Emmerdale does best. It tells the stories that make us feel something, and Tracy's story, it's one we won't be forgetting anytime soon.